Good afternoon, Savva here from Savva Talks Spurs. I hope you are all well. We are nearing the end of the week. For those of us that work 9 till 5, Monday to Friday, that means the beer can flow or the yoga or whatever you want to do. Today, I wanted to talk about our front line. Goals, and more goals. So Spurs have a very good forward line. Of that, there is no doubting. But how many goals will we score across that front line? So let's look into this. Before we do, first of all, it's great that we're talking about forwards because it is our very own Harry Kane's birthday. Happy birthday, Harry. Let's hope that for your birthday this year, we can finally win a trophy. It's been a long, long time, and hopefully we can do that for you. You definitely deserve one, you legend. So let's start with Harry Kane. So if we look last season, Tottenham Hotspur in the league, we scored 69 Premier League goals. Now, there's a couple of ways of looking at this. It was a very good return in the end because of how we started under Nuno, a team that didn't score goals. I remember very much after the first 3 games being in WhatsApp groups, people getting extremely excited. We've won 3 games. Nuno's manager of a month. I remember thinking to myself, yeah, but we never looked like scoring a goal. The rest is history. Then we started to score a few. Now, Tottenham Hotspur will always score goals. Of that, I have no doubt. We've always, throughout the years, had good forwards. But now we've added Richarlison, or Richarlison, whichever way you want to call it. Now we've added him to the ranks. Where will our goals be spread out? So I'm going to say this. This is only my opinion. Please don't shout at me. This is my opinion. What I'm about to talk about is Premier League only. So please don't start saying they're going to score loads of goals in Champions League and Cups. I'm talking Premier League only. So I reckon that Harry Kane is going to have a much better season this season. Not saying he had a bad year last year. He started very poorly, but from sort of December, January onwards, had a phenomenal back end of the season, managing to score 17 goals, which for him isn't his best. For lots of strikers, that would be a wonderful season. Add that to the fact that he spends half his time dropping deep and creating for others and being our playmaker. I thought he had a very good season in the end. Now, was it a season like he's had in the past, in yesteryears? No. So my question to you, first and foremost, is can Kane get back to that? What needs to happen for Kane to get back to the 25, 27, 30 goal a year man that he was? I have my theories, which I've discussed on other threads, on other streams, where I've talked about him dropping deep all the time is wonderful for the team, but not for him as an individual. Now, of course, it's all about the team, but we're talking about Harry Kane right now. So I believe that Harry Kane this season will get 24 to 25 league goals. And I think that would be a magnificent return in a season where he's got a World Cup to think about, in a season where he's got more forwards to rotate with, and in a season where, let's be fair, he's now on the verge of these records. First of all, he's what, 4, maybe 5 goals away from the England goal scoring record. So he's going to want to be in form for that. He's, I believe, someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say 75, 80 goals away from Alan Shearer's record. Of course, he won't break that in 1 year. Imagine. But 25, 30 goal season for him could really see him ramp up towards that. So I think he will get 24, 25 goals. We know Harry Kane, right foot, left foot, header. This guy can do it all. I will stand by this. I don't listen. People can debate this with me all day long. He is our best player by an absolute country mile. Has been for 7, 8 years. He is Mr. Consistent. He is the ultimate, consummate professional. And I truly believe 24, 25 goals this season. As always, you know, I like a caveat. That's if he can stay fit. I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying in football, you always caveat because of injuries. I believe that will have him up in and around 2 or 3 other strikers challenging for the Golden Boot. Just for the record, if you want to know who I think they will be, I think it will be Mo Salah and it will be Erling Haaland. So I don't think I need to explain why it will be those two. Again, based off of injuries. Yeah. The advantage I think Salah and Haaland will have over Harry Kane this year is thusly. First of all, they don't need to drop deep to be the creative forces. Secondly, both of those guys will not be going to the World Cup in December. So they're going to be at home, staying fit, training. Depending on how deep England go into the tournament, Harry Kane will have another 5, 6, 7 games under his belt. Lots of travelling. So it's going to be interesting to see. So I've got Harry Kane down for 24 is what I've put. Let's move on. The next player, Heung-min Son, who had his best goal-scoring season for Tottenham Hotspur last year. A phenomenal effort. He got 23 league goals, which was his best by some distance. I think his previous best to that, I want to say, was 17. I think 17 or 18. So he shared the golden boot with Salah. He had a very good year in front of goal. Still lots of games, I feel, where he's not involved, but his goal-scoring record you can't argue with. Will he repeat that this season? I don't think he'll get as many because I think Harry Kane won't have the shocking start to the season he had last season, and therefore a fully fit Kane on firing on all cylinders across a season is much better in front of goal than Heung-min Son. That's not, I don't even think that's an opinion. That's fact. The sheer volume of goals he's got in his career. I still think Son, I have got him down for 17, 18 league goals this season. I think Heung-min Son has teams where you know he's going to score against. It's those teams where they play that high line. Kane finds him in behind. Kulu finds him in behind. When he hasn't got time to think, through on goal, bang. I think where Son struggles a bit more is when teams sit back and he can't get in behind them. That's not his fault. That's just his game is the pace, getting in behind, through on goal. When teams put that barrier up, it's very difficult for him to get in behind. I think he's going to have another very good season. I think he's going to get 17 goals. He'll get plenty of assists as well. So I've currently got Harry Kane at 24, Heung-min Son at 17. How will South Korea do in the World Cup? Don't know. How far will they go? How much will that take it out of him? He seems like a pretty fit lad. Again, can he stay fit throughout the season? We'll see. Factor into this as well that these two guys, especially Kane and Son, they are going to all of a sudden have Champions League football as well. So the games in midweek are going to be that tougher, take it a bit more out of them than the likes of Mura, the likes of Vitesse Arnhem, the likes of Rennes. So how do both of those guys adapt and cope? We've seen them do it before. Their bodies are a bit older. Can they do it again? Just a question, by the way, before anyone puts in my YouTube comments that I've doubted them. I'm just asking some questions, okay? So Kane 24, Son 17. So at the moment, I'm currently at 41 league goals between our forwards. I have got Kulusevski down as 10 league goals. Kulusevski for me he's a unique footballer. He's one of those wide players that's not blessed with pace, but he's blessed with fantastic technical ability. He's one of those where somebody said to me the other day, what does he offer that Son and Bergwijn didn't? And for me, it's Lucas and Bergwijn. And the difference for me is he's always got that little round thing, the ball, under control. It's glued to his feet. He knows what he's going to do next. And even if the defender knows that he's going to cut in onto his left, it's very difficult to shimmy him away from goal. I think Kulu's a wonderfully skillful player. I think he's strong. He doesn't look 21. He looks experienced, having played a number of years for the Italian champion, at the time, the Italian champions Juventus. I think he's going to cause fullbacks all sorts of problems. And how many teams can stop him cutting in on his left? I've got Kulu down for 10 league goals. Maybe a bit more, but I don't think that would be a bad return. And what we've got to remember is not every forward in your club can score 15, 20 goals. So I've got Son and Kane as my main guys. I think Kulu will get 10 to 12. I'll be conservative and go with 10. Really like Kulusevski as a footballer. I think he was a very positive impact on the club when he came in. A lot of fans wrote him off. Probably a lot of fans that don't watch any football other than the Premier League. Used to have a guy in one of our WhatsApp groups who claimed to be an Italian specialist, telling me, I remember very clearly in January this year, that that Kulusevski and Bentancur are terrible players. They're not better than what we've got. How did that turn out? So big fan of Kulusevski. Interesting to see how it's rotated with him, with Son, with Kane, with Richarlison. Does Lucas get any games there, or is he primarily going to be used as a right wing back? But I've got Kulu down as 10 goals. Now, we go to the newest member of our squad, Richarlison. Richarlison, for me, I've stated many times, I don't mind saying this, Richarlison, for me, is a good player. He doesn't excite me. I'm sorry, he doesn't excite me. When people call me toxic or negative for that, that's fine. I can't pretend to be excited. Yeah, Kulu excites me. Son and Kane excite me. Richarlison, there's something about him that doesn't. But he does have good skill sets. He is annoying to defenders. He will close them down. He will hassle. Yeah, he will be involved in that fight. Now, here's how I would describe from what I've seen in Richarlison's career. Someone once told me when I worked for Charlton Athletic, a good coach that I worked with once said to me, there are certain players that are great goal scorers, and then there are players who are scorer of great goals, but not great goal scorers. And I truly believe that Richarlison fits into that mould. I don't see him as a predator. I don't see him as a 20, 25 goal a season man, even if he played week in, week out. But I do see that he's capable of some sublime moments, which is good. That's a good characteristic and a good trait to have as a footballer and as a forward. He's not been bought as our main forward. Could he turn into our main forward? Again, an injury to Son or an injury to Kane, and he's thrust into that position. So we'll see. For me, I've also got Richarlison down as 10 league goals. Could he get more? Of course he can get more. Will he get more? I'm not sure. I'd like to think he will. But again, I'll go back to my earlier statement. I think the crux of the bulk of our goals are going to be from that tried and tested double act, Kane and Son. I can't think of many seasons where between them they've not scored all our goals. So, Richarlison, as I said, I would love him to be this shining star that everyone thinks and everyone talks about. For me, he's not that, but a welcome addition. We need bodies. So there are 4 top scorers for me this season. Between them, I've got them down now at 61 goals. So that's 24 for Kane, 17 for Son, and then 10 apiece for Kulu and Richarlison. Now, that takes us to 61. Last year, we got 69 goals. Last year, our 3rd top goal scorer, by the way, was own goal. Just to give you an idea. And I've decided not to blow smoke up own goals backside, and I'm not putting him in the list. So, to be better than last year, you know, maths tells you that you need to score more than last year. So, here's my question. How many more will the rest of the team get? You tell me. I'm going to tell you my opinion in a minute, but you tell me across the rest of the team, because I don't see many goal scorers outside of those 4. Perisic, you'd like to think, will chip in with 6 or 7. Spence isn't a natural goal scorer, but will he chip in? We don't know. Højbjerg, 1 or 2. Basuma, 1 or 2. Our centre-backs aren't really goal-scoring centre-backs. I've got, between the rest of the squad, I've put down here 15 to 20 goals. Now, listen, pie in the sky, right? I've got no way of knowing that. I'm just looking at it on averages. I think we'll get another 15. I'll go high on this one. 20 goals across the rest of the squad. So that means I've got us down for 81 league goals. Now, when I look at last season, we got 69. So that's an improvement of 12. And I'm just going to have a look and see. Last year, just to give you an idea, 3rd place Chelsea got 76 goals. Liverpool got 94 goals in 2nd. And Man City, 99 goals in 1st. I'm going to leave you with this thought. If my prediction is correct, do we have enough goal power? If my prediction is correct, the front 4 will score goals. In my opinion, we are missing that one bloke, that one guy in midfield that can chip in with 9 or 10, even 8. 8, 9, 10 goals. That's the one missing piece going forward for me. Whether that is a Depay, a Maddison, a Paqueta, a Zaniolo, I feel, insert whichever name you like. I feel that that's the missing piece. Now, if you want to call me negative, please do. I don't think it's negative to want better. I feel that we need something different because the midfield four do not offer goals. Between the midfield four, they will not score 10 goals between them. And that's a worry. Between all four of them, they will not score 10 goals. So I'm going to leave you with this. I've got down 61 goals between our front four, 20 goals for the rest of the squad, 81 goals for the season. Where will that get us? I think, I've stated this, I'll state this over and over and over again, unless Spurs sign more quality, I've got us down as finishing fourth. But I do believe 2 or 3 top signings can easily get us third, closer to second. Yeah, closer. That's what we need to do. Goals, 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 goals. You've got to have everyone in the team scoring goals. Liverpool do. Arsenal do. Liverpool do. Man City do. You need goals from everywhere. I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you very much. Please add some comments. Let me know your thoughts. And I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Looking forward to Spurs versus Roma on Saturday night. That should be a fiery encounter. Other than that, I'm just hoping that let me see if I can work it out, with 9 days to go until the season starts, I'm just hoping for a couple more signings. Paratici's been in Italy. It's what seems like forever. What are we doing? Are we selling? We don't seem to be selling anyone. We don't seem to be buying anyone. Something needs to happen. Deadwood out, couple of top players in. We're set for a great season, people. Don't get them out. Don't get a couple of quality in, and I think it's going to be fourth again. Much love. See you guys later. Thank you as always. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Once I get to 1,500 subscribers, where we're 12 away, I will be giving away another Spurs shirt. So get me to the 1,500 subscribers. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.